I know that lately I've been adding laugh tracks and certain other sound effects to clips from cable news for comedic effect, but I promise I didn't alter this video of Eric Swalwell in any way whatsoever.
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard...
BuzzFeed, since all they do is report on every day, reached out to Eric Swalwell via text message, and he responded denying that it was him. The hashtag Fartgate immediately started trending on Twitter, with countless sleuths combing through the clip trying to find the culprit. Even Snopes chimed in, saying that they were seeking the identity of the whistleblower. The official Twitter account for MSNBC's Hardball, the show that Eric Swalwell was on during the incident, tweeted out this meme. They soon deleted the tweet, however, because, as you know, liberals don't have a sense of humor. Somebody then created a Twitter account for Eric Fartwell, which gained so far over 600 followers. And the account noted, quote, "The media talks more about my fart than my presidential campaign." Others, as I've said, are continuing to comb through the footage, trying to find the culprit, like this guy who slowed it down and posted his analysis, saying, quote, "I'm not saying that Swalwell was definitely the one that ripped it, but in slow motion you can see his body lift up momentarily as he takes a break from speaking, just as the fart is unleashed."
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. Dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
Joe Concha, a media analyst for The Hill, who last week passed on a story that I pitched him about a YouTuber who just self-published a best-selling book ripping the mainstream media because apparently that's not newsworthy. He's on the Fartgate case, noting, quote, "It is interesting that Swalwell briefly pauses right at the point of release." Donald Trump Jr. noted that it was, quote, "the most intelligible thing to come out of Swalwell in years." And to top it all off, because it had to be done, somebody made a Joe Biden sniffing meme out of the clip. But then MSNBC had to spoil the fun, later tweeting out, quote, "Sorry to disappoint the conspiracy theorists. It was a hardball mug scraping across the desk." And then they shamelessly but cleverly plugged it, linking up their online MSNBC store, saying, "Get yours today, and let's get back to the news." And speaking of mugs, and this is not a joke, Elizabeth Warren's online store just started selling a Billionaire Tears mug. Get it? Because she's going to tax the billionaires and they don't like her. Obviously, a very sad and pathetic knockoff of the classic Liberal Tears mug, which you can order from markdice.com or click the link in the description below. In other hilarious news, Mark Sanford has dropped out of the 2020 presidential race. I'm sure that this comes as a surprise to most people because nobody even knew he was running. He is the former South Carolina governor, a Republican who thought that he would step up and challenge President Trump for the Republican nomination. This is literally from 2 months ago. Mark Sanford announces he will challenge Trump in a GOP primary. His campaign was actually shorter than Eric Swalwell's, which nobody thought would be possible. Something else nobody thought would be possible is Pete Buttigieg is now #1 in the Iowa polls. He's struggling, however, to gain support among the black community because, well, most of them don't like rainbow people. And I'm sure this isn't gonna help. It was just discovered that the photos on his website, where he was touting his love for black people, were stock photos of people in Africa. In other news, the Wall Street Journal just released an investigation showing, quote, "how Google interferes with its search algorithms and changes your results," noting the internet giant uses blacklists, algorithm tweaks, and an army of contractors to shape what you see. That's funny, because I've been telling people that for years. Maybe it's time I write a book and detail what I've found. Oh wait, what's this? It's my new book, The Liberal Media Industrial Complex, which we pushed last week to #2 on Amazon's bestseller list of all books. So head on over to Amazon.com or click the link in the description below to order it in paperback or download the ebook onto your tablet or your e-reading device. And a big thanks to everybody who already got the book and helped it become a tremendous success. A lot of people were misunderstood, however, thinking that it was #1 bestseller because when you clicked on the listing, it said #1 bestseller, but that was actually only in its category. But it was #2 on the Amazon bestseller list of all books. Not bad. There's still time to push it back up to #1, however, so head on over to Amazon.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.